Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, the Washington Wizards have officially signed Dwight Howard to the mid-level exception for one NBA season. This is an absolute steal for the Washington Wizards, getting this man for so cheap, because last year, Dwight Howard actually had one of his better seasons in recent memory, man. Put him about 13 rebounds, 14 points per game, got a few, shot blocks out there too, did absolutely fantastic. And the best thing about this is, because it's a one-year contract, if it doesn't work out, that's fine. It's not like you're eating up a lot of cap space or nothing like that. This is such a good move by the Washington Wizards management, and I have no idea why Dwight Howard signed for just that much. Although he did agree to a buyout with the Brooklyn Nets, so he's still gonna be getting paid a lot of money from them. But yeah, man, John Wall, Bradley Beal, Dwight Howard, Otto Porter. They also got Austin Rivers via trade. Jeff Green just signed to this team today. You got Tomasa here, who is absolutely fantastic as a point guard, 6'7". Markieff Morris, the perfect stretch four alongside Dwight Howard. Not like the perfect, but still a really good one, because Dwight Howard can still do things down low and get it done, and Markieff Morris just sits out on the three-point line anyway. So, plus he got a decent post fadeaway. You got Kelly Oubre out here, Inan Mahimi, Jody Meeks. So, yeah, this team's in a really good situation. We are going to go ahead and do a simulation of this and just talk a little bit more about this Washington Wizards team and exactly what we can expect from this NBA season and for a few more seasons to come. So, let's get going on the simulation, simulate their date. But yeah, one sec, man. Yo, who they get in there drafting? I forgot. Is he on this team? Yes, he is. Troy Brown Jr., only a 71 overall, only 19, so he probably will not play a lot this season anyway. But yeah, I just had to make sure he was still there because that was their draft pick. But yeah, man, when it comes to the Washington Wizards, I'm expecting, barring injury, because it can be an issue with this team when it comes down to John Wall, even Dwight Howard now. I'm expecting to probably be a top 4 or 5 team in the Eastern Conference, just because of all the things I was talking about earlier, just how they can run this offense out there. It's going to be beautiful, guys, to watch. I cannot wait to watch some Wizards basketball this next NBA season. But besides for that, if it doesn't work out, this team just completely underperforms, and there's just, no way around it. I could see the Washington Wizards decide to blow things up. There was already some trade rumors going on with, the Wizards probably trading either John Wall or Bradley Beal, because when it comes to them in the backcourt, it seems like these all-star caliber backcourts don't really do that good in this era of the NBA. I'm not really sure why, except for the exception of Stephen Curry and also Klay Thompson. That's because they also got Kevin Durant and Draymond Green on that team, right? So it's you can't just be good at guard and be bad everywhere else. That just does not work in this NBA anymore. A prime example of that is looking at the Portland Trail Blazers. While they're not a bad team, they do have one of the best backcourts in the NBA. So you do kind of expect them to improve more out there. I feel like the Washington Wizards is kind of a low-stress, low-pressure situation for Dwight Howard as a whole, just because, he's going to come to this team and be expected to do some things out there, but in a lot of cases, when you have a bitch-ass contract, you can get paid like $20, $25 million per season or something like that, then there's definitely a lot more pressure on you to go out there and perform. So I will say, props to Dwight for not going out there and chasing the contract money. He's gotten paid enough in his career. He's getting paid by the Brooklyn Nets in that buyout, so it's not like he's taking some big, huge pay cut on paper to play for the Washington Wizards. But damn, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for this team. I'm excited if you're a Washington Wizards fan. I really hope everybody stays healthy. Last NBA season, the injuries absolutely just killed the entire NBA. So I look up and down that roster. Plus Otto Porter out there. That's such a big part to the team too. But now LeBron James is out of the Eastern Conference. It's well, who's to say that the Wizards can't be a top 2 or 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, right, guys? Because yeah, the Celtics are there. If they can stay completely healthy, the Philadelphia 76ers are there. And then do I want to say that the Washington Wizards have the 3rd best team outside of those guys? I mean, the Bucks are always good, but, they didn't really step up last season very much. And I'm sure there's another team out there that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head. But yeah, guys, Celtics, Bucks, Raptors, of course. Yeah, Raptors definitely could very well take that number 1 seed too again, depending how they mesh with their new coach out there and they make any big-time moves or anything like that. Although I do think that the Raptors are probably going to keep their roster intact, just because, the only reason they were losing was because of LeBron James. But looking at this Wizards record so far, they are doing absolutely fantastic out there. You guys see that 76ers team, they kind of choking. Pacers also made a pretty big time move that might make things a little bit more difficult for the Washington Wizards. Signed Tyreke Evans, got him to a 1-year contract. Personally speaking, I'm a big fan of 1-year contracts. I feel like that's the biggest value you can get in the NBA if you can get a really good player to sign to a 1-year deal. A lot of guys won't do that because, of course, they want to be locked up for the long term for insurance reasons. It's Dwight Howard plays this season, goes down with a major career-ending injury, that's it. But I mean, if you're on a 3 or 4 year contract, you go down with a major injury, you're still on the books for those 3 or 4 seasons getting paid out there. So definitely is a big risk with a lot of these guys, especially an older player like Dwight Howard, who's had back injuries in the past. But the record don't lie, man. 54-27 for this Washington Wizards team. Let's be honest, though, we all gonna lose to the Warriors. Similarly through day against the Magic, finished the W on the season. So MVP Russell Westbrook, Marvin Bagley Rookie of the Year. I really wish like this had like comeback player of the year or something like that, because Dwight might win that. Here is the All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and the All-NBA third. So I don't actually see any Washington Wizards making that at all, but that's all right. More of a team effort out there. Looking at the team stats, from a scoring standpoint, looks like they were probably about middle of the road scoring. Yeah, 12th in the NBA there. And then defensively looking like one of the better defensive teams in the NBA. So yeah, John Wall, great at defending the perimeter. Bradley Beal does okay out there. Otto Porter's got the length. Markieff Morris, decent. And then Dwight Howard at the center position. Player stats, though. So Bradley Beal dropping 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists per game. John Wall at 17 points, 8 assists, 2 steals. Dwight Howard, 13 points, 13 rebounds, about 1 steal and 2 blocks per game. That's about what I would expect from him on this team out there. Jeff Green, another just great signing right here. This guy's such a good veteran out there, and somebody that can really take Otto Porter under his wing. And I almost said ring man, but we'll see how playoffs go, right, Washington? But yeah, a guy that can just really teach Otto Porter a thing or two out there, putting up great veteran numbers. Markieff Morris, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I don't see why he can't average numbers like that. Austin Rivers could honestly, like, there was moments on the Clippers where this man looked really good out there playing, guys. Like, he looked really good out there, but he kind of had that whole stigma to him because he was, you know, the coach's son out there, so people kind of made fun of him for that. But Austin Rivers can be something on this Wizards team as a 6-man. Kelly Oubre did great. I'm just looking up and down this roster, though, man, and I think this team's made it. I think this team made a beautiful roster to go in this era of the NBA. And if it doesn't work out, well, you have some good trade pieces, and Bradley Beal, who's only going to be like 25 after that season, or John Wall, who's still going to be like entering his NBA prime. That's hard to believe that he's just going to be entering it, right? Let's go ahead, though, simulate these playoffs, see how this goes out here. First round, we do have the Indiana Pacers. That would be a fun one to watch. Looking at the Western Conference, LeBron James and the Lakers did not make playoffs. I don't know why 2K hates them in this case. Simulate current round, though, against the Pacers. And wow, man, eliminated in a 7-game series at both Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And that seems to be the problem with the Washington Wizards. Like, they can get to the playoffs just fine. It's just once you hit that playoff mode, they just don't turn out. I don't know why. I really don't understand the reasoning behind it. But yeah, man, let's simulate the rest of this real quick here. I'm curious what type of numbers these guys did all put up in the playoffs. So, all right. So we got the Golden State Warriors winning 4 games 3 against the Toronto Raptors. Let's look at the playoff stats real quick, see who kind of choked for us. So team stat wise, we were the 2nd best scoring team after that first round. And then defensively, looks like we were kind of trash there. Player stats though, John Wall 21 points, 6 assists. Bradley Beal 20 and 6. Jeff Green did good. Dwight Howard, like, scoring wise, didn't really do all that much. Otto Porter, for getting paid $100 million contract, you need to be better than 11 points per game. Now, I understand, man, that you look like Will Chamberlain. Guys, look at, man, look, there's like a conspiracy theory that Will Chamberlain is this man's dad right there. But I will say, you guys start playing like Will Chamberlain, man. How'd you shoot from 3? 44%. I mean, you did that. At least even John Wall knocking down the 3-pointers. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think is holding the Washington Wizards back? Do you feel like going into this NBA season with the roster they currently have constructed, how well do you think they could do in the NBA? Do you think they're a top team in the Eastern Conference? Do you think they're going to choke in the playoffs? Or do you think with LeBron James out of the Eastern Conference that this Wizards team could actually come and make some noise and maybe even get to the NBA Finals? Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.